And we're in.
Okay, we are in. Welcome back, everybody.
Yay!
Okay, so where we last left off, everybody was kind of doing their own thing. Mostly everybody was in the lounge, trying to drink their troubles away on synthahol.
Except for Che, who was away, far away.
Yes, Jay was in his quarters.
Working on his epic rap.
It's the best graph. It shows the amount of events these 3 people have been involved in among all of the crew.
I said rap. You
You
rhymed,
rhymed.
so I said rap. He's
Oh.
working on his epic rap.
In West Cache, born and raised.
So since everybody was kind of off on their own, push to talk now.
Yeah.
Darby,
Yeah?
push to talk, man.
Hello?
Yes.
Y'all can hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm going to advance the scene a little bit because
Because the counselor got tired of hitting on me. I got it.
the counselor wasn't hitting on you.
Sure.
Okay. I will advance like 2 days. There have been no repeat occurrences of the waking nightmares or the Cardassian teleporting to some alternate universe.
That's a good thing.
But you so duties have gone back to normal since there has been no repeat occurrences. Dathan and Yunar have been studying possible reasons for the step sideways or whatever was happening.
Uh-huh.
At which point the
Tempest?
no, I'm just trying to think. Darby, are you eating something?
No?
Because you're like smacking your lips, man.
Oh, am I? I'm sorry. Here. Do you just want me to go mute then?
You can
No, just set it up push talk.
I have no idea how to do that.
go to user settings. Okay. Sorry. The smacking is throwing me off. So there has been word that the Tempest has been assigned to respond to a distress signal from a mining colony. Not the same one.
I was gonna say. Another mining colony going on the chart.
Well, I guess I would say that the planet it was started as a mining colony, but it has kind of spread out from there. So there's actually like a legitimate colony there as well. So it's not just a mining industry. Apparently, there has been seismic activity, even though the planet hasn't been seismically active since the colony found a little over a century ago. And they have no idea why, but they need medical attention, and they need to find some way of stabilizing or if they can stabilize it. So that's what the Tempest is going there to figure out.
Okie dokie.
So, Nar, you've been instructed to prepare the medical staff and ensure
Right.
that there's adequate medical equipment or medical supplies.
Yup.
Josh, you've been given all of the seismic readings as well as every scan that they could possibly do. What?
Josh is playing a geologist again.
Scientist. He can push off the geology stuff to the actual geologists.
Oh, good. It's a good thing I have one of those.
You have a whole department that's run by a nerd. Or actually, when I was writing the stories, they were affectionately called by the other players the Geek Squad.
The what squad?
The Geek Squad.
The Geek Squad.
I said Fulmer was the geologist, right?
Yep, it's on my sheet here. Fulmer.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Because Hargrove was stellar cartography. Hudson was...
Xenozoologist.
That's
and
right.
a hypochondriac.
Hypochondriac, yes.
And paranoid.
Yes. She's seeing the counselor. It's not improving, but it's a work in progress. And then there's Liz.
The antisocial one.
Who doesn't need a counselor?
I'm just gonna put hypochondriac in tinfoil hat wearing nutbag.
So you have tons of data that you can run through the Tempest's more advanced computers and sensor, all that stuff. All the fancy science equipment that Starfleet vessels have.
Yay! I get the geology department on this.
Okay.
In the meantime, however, I take Lister aside for a moment.
Okay.
I hand her a little drive with the scans on my particular radiation.
Oh, okay.
So, Lister, have you been aware of what's going on in the medical department right now?
As far as
the weird trips that myself and everyone else who was on that mission in the wormhole are taking?
Well, officially, no. No one knows of that.
He quirks an eyebrow at officially. You there, Jimmy? What?
I think I probably
Yay,
went
the curse continues. Good.
No, my voice connection went.
And it's still happening.
Well, my voice connection says it's.
The radiation signature I'm putting off? While we have the geology department all hands on deck, maybe you could take a look at it and see if there might be some form of, I don't know, something out in the universe, a plant, an animal, mineral, something that we can do to maybe, I don't know, synthesize something to take the side effects away. Keep us here.
Wait, are you still suffering?
I haven't jumped in about, how long do you say, 2 days?
Yeah.
I haven't had any flashbacks or anything in about 2 days, but
I'll look into it.
thank you. You're a peach.
Do me a favor, never say that again.
Okay, food names out. Got it.
Okay, so while the science team is preparing and the medical team is preparing, what is security and the XO doing?
Well, since this is mostly a geology situation, security's probably are they actually going to go down the planet?
Yeah, it's a good likelihood that there's going to be away teams.
Okay, so obviously there's going to be needing a small security team. That, and then the rest are doing normal drills and scheduled training for the day.
Okay. What does the XO do?
Oh, I'm plotting somebody in science department. Eyes.
You do that. You're just feeding into Hudson's paranoia.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, okay. Keep thinking.
No, I'm joking. I'm not doing that. I'm making sure everything's prepared and standing watch. I'm on the bridge on watch.
Okay. let me find my documents. There we go. Ow. Oh, I was closing something. It was reminding me about something. Okay. So you are, when you arrive, the colony has just suffered another seismic event.
This isn't a tragedy.
It wasn't a severe event. Nobody died, but there are dozens of injuries. So everyone is, the captain has ordered the doctor and the medics to head down with gear.
Mm-hmm.
The XO can head down as well to speak with the colony head. Take some security staff because, reasons.
I go down to the planet.
You don't want to go down to the planet?
No, I'm afraid of earthquakes.
Right. Okay. So the Klingon will happily take on marauders, Glorn, Farazan invaders, but earthquakes is just that's where the line of the sand is. Really?
Every warrior has their weaknesses.
Well, earthquakes and wormholes.
See, I can even understand wormholes after the last adventure, but you haven't encountered earthquakes yet.
So, you always have that look. You never let me have any fun around here.
So it's amazing, but on a starship, rocks fall and everybody dies.
I have an anti-rock deflector shield.
I
You
saw
do
it
not.
coming. I'm gonna spend a momentum, take Cat's reflexes, and move before the rocks.
Denied.
I do have an anti-rock deflector shield. It's called Chief of Security Heat Shield.
No.
I agree with the GM's decision.
Operation Meat Shield comes later.
Hey, Darby. Hey, Darby.
Yeah.
You have something brown right there on the tip of your nose. You might want to get it off.
Oh no, I disagreed with the GM because I don't like being used for a meat shield.
All right, so I go down to the planet, taking the Chief of Security and a couple of red shirts with me.
Yep. And probably the chief science officer.
Sure, and the doctor.
Just making a mention, if I'm allowed to bring a pistol, I'm bringing two just in case the first one blows up.
No, Darby, you just need to bring it right this way. The explosion's bigger.
Oh, great.
Okay, so you all beam down to the surface. There you meet Royak, the governor.
I'll need you to direct me to the triage center.
Of course. No, he does not.
Wait, I'm getting dragged along on this? Oh my.
What?
Oh,
I thought Morale
Josh
said
is
that.
writing on the table. Or, yeah.
I'm surprised you noticed that. It took me a while. That's been up there a while.
That's because I haven't been looking at the stupid thing. So you are guided to the triage center.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well then, we need to get everyone looked over. Tagged. And yeah, I mean, you got to tag the worst cases and handle those first. If someone's not in immediate danger, they get moved on.
Oh, sorry. Being a Cardassian, I thought this was for record keeping purposes.
I mean, of course we're going to keep records, but this is there's been seismic activity. This is a triage situation, is it not? We're here to assist in getting people
healed.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily. Just for simplicity's sake, I want you to roll. Go ahead and roll me a control in medicine.
Medicine.
And obviously, you have a focus.
Task is 2, complications 1.
Yep. I'll need 3 rolls.
Okie dokie. I think I got that right.
Okay, so with I will say that you have 2 momentum. So I will issue that. Deal 2. Okay. So it takes you a little while, but you manage to get yourself through the worst cases and through a few of the light. A lot of the worst cases were they were in the dilithium mines. Shit. So, Frank, you were talking with Royak. He's walking you through the colony, pointing out damage and wondering if you would be able to help him with repairing the facilities, as they're not entirely sure they're going to be able to completely restore like the mine and replicators. Well, the industrial replicators anyway.
I call up the ship and get an engineering team prepped and down here to start assessing what needs to be repaired first, and so they can shore up the get everything structurally set, so we're not going to have everything fall down on our heads, and then go from there.
Okay. Jay,
It is I, Che.
as you are walking through, as you are walking through the town, taking sensor readings, go ahead and roll me a reason and security. With a difficulty of 1.
Any focus?
No.
Roll them bones! Oh no.
Okay, so you may discuss there's just a complication, and as you're walking through, you lock eyes with somebody that you haven't seen in a while, and it looks like they have noticed you too, and they're kind of angry.
Awkward.
I recognize this person? Who is this person?
Yes, you do, and he's with 2 other people.
Who is it?
It is. You recognize Brecht.
Brecht?
I'm not sure if you remember any of the names, but
Refresh my memory because I do not remember this name.
Brecht, the Ferengi merchant captain.
Oh. The one that I paid a single latinum to, yes.
Yes. And you notice that the other 2 with him are also members of the crew that you guys dealt with at the Citadel.
Is the lady I traded the many-armed suit to there?
No.
Aw, she was the only one who liked me.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was Ulit, the medical officer.
Oh my. Well, I never did anything particularly bad to these people. That was mostly the commander and Lister, and I don't think Chazines did anything to them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if she did anything to them either.
Zines was a guy.
Oh.
It was your character.
I know.
Oh.
I switch genders so often I can't remember sometimes.
Darby?
Yes.
It's been like 3 sessions since that you've had this one.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus, I'm used to playing female characters, not used to playing males.
Che meets hostility with cordial friendliness, nods his head, gives a small look, you know.
Actually, only one of there's a new Ferengi. So it's Brecht, one of the other ones, and then the new Ferengi. So you don't recognize one of them, but you do recognize the 2, and they're both giving you a dirty look.
Yeah, Tay responds to their hostility with perfectly diplomatic cordialness, a small smile, They nod. And a small mutter under his breath is like, I hope they have their health.
You hope they have what?
Their health?
Oh.
He mostly just says that to himself underneath his breath.
But, Bert goes, you, what are you doing here?
Well, we're here rendering aid to help resolve the seismic events. How have you been? No sniffles, I hope?
And where is your female?
Oh, snap.
Sir, I am single.
Wink,
I am
wink.
unmated, as you can clearly tell by the lack of a wedding ring in my ear.
Murder on the Orient Express tonight.
Your two females that were with you the last time, are they here?
Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Oh, sir, I think they hardly belong to me. One of them is my boss. And yes, she's here.
Don't let her know he said that. She'll kill him.
He lets out this small little hiss. And the new Ferengi kind of joins it, but not totally. And the other one just kind of flinches.
Che lets his tail twitch a little bit. Flexes his hand. Idly picks at one of his claws, as though like scraping some dirt off of the nail. Now, gentlemen, last time was a tense situation. Emotions ran high. I wasn't quite aware that you had this amount of bad blood.
Brett goes, she punched me.
No, it's a Frankie. That should be whinier.
Well,
Remind him that it was a female who saved his ass, too.
well, that is just simply... Well, that's news to me.
You were there.
Was I there when he got punched?
Yes, you were.
Oh. Rewind that.
He deserved it.
I think that might actually be the... Rewind that then. Well, you were making some very disparaging remarks about her person. That's hardly a very civil way to engage in a transaction.
With a Klingon.
Your Starfleet.
Yes.
You're supposed to be above physical violence.
Say
Out
that
of
to
character,
her
out of
face.
character. Tell that to the planet of trees we glassed.
That didn't happen.
That was non-canon.
Stop bringing that up.
Well, look, I'm trying very hard to not be patronizing here. It was a bad situation for everyone
Really not
involved.
patronizing to tell him that. Extremely.
I'm sorry, say that again, Emily?
I said it's extremely not patronizing to tell him that.
It is extremely not patronizing. He's more saying in an attempt to try and take a more casual approach to this.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, another Ferengi walks past you. You recognize this one as well.
Oh yeah? Who is it?
He looks up, he nods at you. He's the older Ferengi. The one that was proficient with the energy whip.
Yes, yes. So, to take a different tactic, I take it then that reparations were not satisfactory for the incident.
What reparations?
Oh? There was talk that there would be an apology made. Did you not receive this?
Hey, I never agreed to no apology.
I know you didn't.
There was never an apology.
That's very odd. I had it on good authority of my captain that our government would extend to you and yours some form of apology and reparations for the unfortunate situation. Which, I mean, I thought was very generous, considering the only reason you were there is because you stole plasma injectors off a ship you shouldn't have ever touched.
It's not my fault that a green officer left it unguarded.
Oh no, the fault on that part was entirely mine. It's a mistake I haven't made since. Though I never stop hearing about it. Again, he checks his claws, picks another bit of dirt out of the skin.
Grow some balls, man. Threaten his ass. Put the fear of the Cation people into him.
Yes, the race of pacifists. Put the race of pacifist fear into it.
Yes, it comes out like, let me make you a pie. Will that make you happy?
Do you know what the flavor of the pie is? Revenge.
If it was Emily's character, yes. My character, yes. In your case, it would be humble.
Wait, why Emily's character? She wasn't even here for this.
Yes, but she's Cardassian, so she was making pie. It would be revenge pie.
My pie is pie-flavored pie.
Poison.
Revenge pie.
Yes, Emily would make revenge pie with a side of molar custard.
Ew. All right, so at this point, the not okay. So the Ferengi that you ran into, the one with the whip was Ukra. Brecht is the captain, and the other one was Frul.
Yes.
So Frul whispers something into Brecht's ear. And you see this smile appear on his face. He says, well, if reparations were to be made, I'll be sure to contact you, your captain. Good day, Cation.
Because, yeah, I'm not blowing smoke out of my ass. That is something that Atan said, was that the Federation are going to have to smooth this over with the Ferengi government. Was that not something that was said?
I don't remember.
I remember that very distinctly, because that was one of the things that was said during Moral's dressing down. Is like, now we're going to have to, like, our government is going to have to contact their government and apologize for an officer punching one of their traitors in the face.
Yes, that was said.
Truthfully, I don't recall. We're all kind of just let that go in one ear out the other. All she heard was blah, 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 blah.
But they all walk away.
Shay kind of glanced after, or, oh, good day to you, gentlemen. I hope that you'll find Captain Atan agreeable.
The only one that actually says anything else to you is Ukra. And really, he's the only one that he kind of looked up at you, then down to your collar, and he just says, "Congratulations on the promotion."
Thank you, sir.
Well, he said it very quickly and turned around. So when you say "thank you, sir," you notice that he didn't say anything in return, or he didn't acknowledge that. But go ahead and give me insight and science roll.
Okay, any focus?
No. Oh wait. Yes. Well, we'll see what's rolling. Oh, that's fine. You remember he's deaf.
Oh. I completely forgot about that. Right. I don't know sign language.
Well, you don't know Ferengi sign language.
I don't know Ferengi sign language. I don't know if there is sign language.
There probably isn't one for Ferengi.
Of course there is. Because you can pay people to teach them.
So yeah, So what would be the commander doing at this time? Touring the city?
Who are the Ferengi?
The commander.
Yeah, he was. The commander was being shown damage around the city.
I do wonder what they're here for. Shay waits for them to get a little distance between him and them.
Yep.
Enough to give him some crowd cover.
Okay.
And follows very covertly.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a daring and security roll.
I am not rolling well tonight.
You rolled really well for the sign language thing.
Oh, good. Yay.
But you didn't really need. Here, I know what I'll do. And they're just as clueless as you. I think you think that they're more focused on talking with Atan because they're heading towards the spaceport.
Oh, this should be entertaining. He finds a out of the way bit of area nearby. Lets the Ferengis go, and taps his comm badge.
Who are you gonna get a hold of?
Captain Atan. Or someone who can pass a message on to him.
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
You're about to have 4 Ferengi approach the ship. Do you remember the incident with the space station and the space flu, the ion storm?
Yes.
Those Ferengi, same ones.
And why would they be coming up here?
Apparently they weren't satisfied with our response to the incidents on that vessel and believe that they should be entitled to some form of further reparations.
That's great.
Just what we need right now, correct?
Correct. I'm not too excited that they are on the planet.
I was trying to figure out what they were engaged with on this planet, but they seem now more interested in coming straight to our ship.
I'll be sure that they're not going to be cleared to leave.
Aye, sir.
No, Frank. Atan is not going to shoot them down. And it makes me wonder about what's going to happen when you make captain.
It sounded like a good plan.
Right. Okay, Darby,
Yes.
you are contacted by the Tempest. And you are informed that there are 4 Ferengi on the surface. They are going to be denied leaving the port, but you need to keep an eye on them.
Yes, sir. I'll locate them immediately.
Okay. And then
1 second, Jimmy. I also notify the rest of the security team to be aware of 4 Ferengi, but do not approach or engage.
okay, so Frank, you hear that over one of the security guards' comms that there are 4 Ferengi on the surface.
I contact the ship and talk to the captain and find out why we're detaining 4 Ferengi.
We're not detaining them. We are ensuring that their ship is safe for launch through rigorous inspections because of the earthquakes. And apparently they think that they are owed some reparations.
And who are these 4 Ferengi that think they deserve these reparations?
Moral. What 4 Ferengi do you think would be wanting reparations from us?
Actually, there's quite a few I could come up with.
Think about it.
Morale, Ferengi puncher. She's punched so many Ferengi, she doesn't even remember how many Ferengi she's punched.
Now,
she knows how many, she just doesn't sit there and keep tabs on their names.
She once punched a Ferengi just for looking at her funny.
Actually, yes, she would.
She once punched a Ferengi just because her hands were getting tired from punching Ferengi all day.
No, she'd punch a Ferengi, though, if her bra kind of pinched her boob.
she punched Ferengi if the underwire was acting up.
My panties are in a bunch. Where's the Ferengi?
Okay.
If I had to put a name and a face to anything, which I can't put a name to it, but if you're trying to subtly tell me that there's a certain Ferengi here who thinks he deserves reparations, I would have to think of only one that really thinks he deserves something, and that's a thief of a Ferengi.
Well, you would be correct. At this point, you hear that from the background, the operations officers lets the captain know that the Ferengi are hailing him. At which point, he cuts the channel.
She taps her comm badge, she can hold a security officer.
Are you looking for the cheapest security or just any security?
You dumbass. Since you don't know what your last name was again.
Hartley.
Meralda Hartley.
Hartley here.
When you get to the Ferengi ship, inspect it thoroughly and make sure you look for contraband. I'm sure they have something there
Yes,
that
sir.
isn't theirs that they probably stole.
Understood, sir. 3 white gloves inspections on the way. And I tap my comm badge asking for additional security at my location at the airport. Spaceport, my bad.
Oi, Darby.
I have no idea what's with me today. I'm really screwing up terminology.
Darby, this is every week.
Yeah, but I don't mix up spaceport with airport, though.
You did.
Yeah.
And you know the best part? We now have a recording of it, so we have proof.
That's right. We now have video evidence of all of your fuck-ups, Darby. Just remember that.
I'm going to need to inspect those recordings.
No, you don't. You can watch them on YouTube.
Okay. So, Jimmy, how long does it take for me to get to the Ferengi with my security officers?
Not long. The colony isn't like super huge.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where are the Ferengi in accordance to their ship?
As of right now, the captain is in the control area speaking with Captain Aton.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Captain Baton does not want to speak to these Ferengi.
Aton.
Aton.
Aton. Oh my God, Darby.
You can't see me right now, Jimmy, but I'm holding my head down in shame.
As you should.
So the Ferengi are talking to Captain Knight.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm pretty sure Captain Aton does not want to speak to the Ferengi.
No, he's talking to Brett.
Okay.
And the other Ferengi are barring your entrance into their shuttle.
Oh, okay.
It's because you're a woman.
It probably is. Have my other security guards got to me yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at the Ferengi and I'm going, excuse me? I need to do an inspection on your shuttle.
For what reason?
Well, because there's been a lot of earthquakes and a lot of panic in this small town, we need to make sure that your ship is up and running and can make it safely to its destination.
That requires an engineer, not a security officer.
As well, and because of the panic in the city due to the earthquakes, there's been some thieving going on. We need to do an inspection as well to make sure you're not carrying any contraband that might belong to this town. An engineering team will be here shortly.
I see. So, on top of ludicrous reasons of searching our shuttle, you're going to add racism to it.
Sir, I have not implied any racism. But
you're accusing us of thievery. Where's your proof?
I'm not accusing anything. I'm just doing a mandatory inspection due to the circumstances.
We will not submit to your search.
Very well, I'll speak with my superior. And we will see how to handle this.
They close the ship doors.
I tap on my comm badge and call for the commander. They have refused us entrance into the ship. Permission to detain them.
Stand by and wait for my arrival.
Yes, sir.
I contact the ship and talk to Atan.
Lomax, the operations officer, informs you that he's still currently speaking with Brecht. But apparently, Lieutenant Hartley has made things worse.
Well, ask him how he wants us to proceed because they're not allowing entry, so because when I get there, things are going to go from worse to, oh boy.
Stand by, sir. I'll ask him.
And while she's waiting and she's walking towards where the shuttle is, she also grabs an engineer capable of inspecting the ship for safety concerns.
Okay.
Che continues to do his job.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
Continue to do your job. Thanks a lot, Jay, for opening a can of worms. Tube worms, or whatever kind of worms Ferengi eat in this case.
Tube grubs.
Yeah, tube grubs.
Hey, Jay, what you should have done was just keep walking past him.
Che.
Yeah, that's why I said Che. Anyway, I said, Che, you should have just kept walking past him as he was talking to you and just ignored him.
This is more fun. Nibble that hook.
What's that? I don't know why. You should just be able to like right click on it, hit copy, go to the text, hit paste, and then a little window will pop up with if you want to type anything in with it, and then you just hit enter again. Too bad, Emily. You're gonna have to live on this planet for a little bit longer. So
There's my picture.
So you get to the Ferengi ship. Lomax gets hold of you again and informs you that the Ferengi will submit to an engineering scan, but they will only allow engineers on board.
Wait a minute, say that again?
They will submit to an engineer scan, but they will only let the engineers on board. And the captain has agreed to that.
Not with all of those Ferengi on board that ship. I'm not going to, there's no way I can ensure the safety of my engineer.
That's not really up for debate.
Fine. Then the rest of the crew, except for one Ferengi, can disembark.
No, that is not the deal that Captain Atan came up with.
I let Atan know that this seems fishy and
No, this is damage control.
then I request to put a lock on the ship so they can't take off.
They're not going to take off.
They gave you the word.
Yes. Moral, this has to be the way. This has to be the way it happens. Because of the way they were accused without evidence.
That's bullshit. I did not accuse them of anything out of character.
Out of character, it's the way you said it.
Oh, did I choose my wording wrong?
Damn straight, Skippy.
My
Okay.
bad.
All right. We'll do it your way. I just don't trust them.
So when you get there, okay. So when you get there, they let the engineer on. Yeah, they close the door right behind him. I'll say 10 minutes pass, and the engineer comes out.
Brett doesn't say anything to her when she shows up there.
No, the only person you see is Ukra.
That's the deaf one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, the engineer gives a report. The ship is in operational condition. It was minorly damaged in the earthquakes, but they've been repairing it.
Fine.
At this point, Brecht does come out as you're leaving and says, "Good. Now maybe you can go harass the actual looters."
I turn to look at him. And it's like, and I just stare at him. Really? That's all you have to say? I would have expected more. But then again, you're just a Ferengi. We got outsmarted by a woman. Then I turn around and walk away.
Obviously not. Since now we are getting money because of your stupid actions. So who won? Female.
She turns back around. She goes, you couldn't win anything. You have to lie, cheat, steal, and you know it.
Oh, snap.
Because you did steal from us originally. And you know it. So me calling you a thief, not a lie, it's the truth.
Salvage rights.
No. Stealing from a docked Federation shuttle is not salvage rights.
It was abandoned.
It was not abandoned.
There was nobody there.
Really? Okay. That's the way you want to claim it. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
I believe you're making this personal, Commander.
No, I'm not making anything personal. If I was making something personal, I would have come over there and probably beat the crap out of you and boarded your ship. You're the one that's personal. And she walks away.
Okay. So trying to think on how I want to continue this.
I get the feeling we missed another hook just barely.
No, not totally.
No, she's going to send a secret message to her brother. Give her the transponder ID of the Ferengi ship.
Oh yeah, no, this totally isn't personal.
It's not.
If you're getting family involved, it's personal.
As the commander and my security team are walking away, I make a comment. I'm assuming, sir, you've had history with this Ferengi?
Don't worry about it.
Aye, sir.
All right. Sorry, just trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing.
Hopefully my connection holds up. It just started to rain.
What's that?
Hopefully the connection stays stable. It just started to rain.
Oh, fun.
It's been raining the last few days. It's okay.
Emily,
Uh-huh.
go ahead and roll me a presence and I think security.
Security. Okay.
No focus.
No focus.
Probably already messing up the roll.
Complication 1, task 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so you are working on one of your patients, and as you turn around, you are completely disoriented.
Okie dokie.
You feel dizzy and nauseated.
Guess where you're not in?
Kansas anymore? So yeah, that is a good question though. Am I where I'm supposed to be?
As as you're looking around, you see one of the most despised figures in recent Cardassian history. The founder leader. Leader of the Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
You are as you look around, you realize you are on the ship of, or you are on the bridge of a Jemadar warship.
And looking in the mirror because it's you.
One of the reasons why you're so disoriented is because you're wearing one of their VR headsets. The things that they use for the leaders to see the exterior of the ship, because there's no view screens on the bridge.
Okay.
Here, I'll link a picture of it. VR. Oh wait. Image. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
So you can see one eye is seeing inside the bridge, the other is seeing the external view of the ship. You notice that you are in orbit of Earth.
Huh.
And I will be right back. Sorry, I have to go to the bathroom. In the meantime, think about what your reaction is gonna be,
Okay.
and talk amongst yourselves.
You know, when I said reparations, I thought I meant like, oh, we're sorry that our officer punched you in the face. They probably shouldn't have done that. But you know, situations were tense. You shouldn't hold it against them. Not fucking money.
But you were talking to Ferengi. You said reparations. They heard a cha-ching.
Yeah, I second that.
That's true. But at the same time, an argument could be made that means that their government just stole their reparations because that was a thing that was supposed to happen.
Well, you know, I don't know.
But you still brought it up to that Ferengi, so he heard cha-ching. Whether their government stole it or not, different story. They still heard cha-ching.
I thought cha-ching is what Ferengi hear all the time anyway.
I mean, only if you give them the smallest of opening.
I should challenge them to a card battle game for their lives.
Yes, because that's totally reasonable and a thing that happens in Star Trek.
Yeah, it happens when Shay's on screen all the time. I beat a Q this way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a Q. Totally different.
That does actually, you know, like you can do weird things to Q, and that would just be kind of how it goes.
You like my funny little cat picture?
Hey, so long as I didn't get jumped in a back alley by Ferengi. Which is why I didn't just have Shay wander off. He's like, these people are definitely going to jump me in an alleyway if I just wander off, aren't I?
Well, you know.
It's a possibility.
It is. I decided to be diplomatic.
No, diplomatic would have been having my brother come in with his ship and blow them out of the air.
I also wanted to make a comment, though I didn't get a chance before they wandered off, of Che just going, I mean, enjoy your time with a ton. I personally wouldn't want to piss off a person who decides to keep a Klingon as a second in command.
No, that wouldn't have made a good comment.
Anyway.
I don't know what's going on. I wasn't here for any of that.
I can only imagine what Dr. Nar would have done. Female.
Would have killed him.
Hello, why don't you step up on this med bed for a minute? I have some surgery to do. I need to excise the terrible from you. It's very contagious.
Morale, could you please hold down the patient?
Gladly.
I believe the patient requested a lobectomy. Without anesthesia.
We are the worst. We are the worst Starfleet officers.
Would never happen in character.
I perform a circumcision. A little bit too close to the, to the body, but still,
But you're Starfleet. I am not Starfleet. I'm here on loan.
Just give him the full change. Make him into what he hates most.
That might be a line too far.
What?
I said, give him the full change.
He's referring to given section, basically.
Yeah, I got it.
So, well, welcome to the Founder Conquers Everything reality.
Hooray! I mean, boo! Terrible. I'm not a changeling. Shifty eyes.
I wish we could play those, but their powers are kind of OP.
Oh, yeah.
That whole let's change into liquid and do things power. That'd be potent in this game.
I'm a liquid. Don't drink me.
It's not as OP as you think.
I sleep in a jar.
I'd sleep in a jar. It'd be a perfect home. What are my quarters? It's an aquarium.
Just imagine how much money you save on rent.
So much money. It'd be perfect.
Don't tip over my jar when I'm sleeping.
Heck, you could. I mean, if you were changing in today's society, you could pretty much have an address that doesn't really exist, or just have all your paychecks deposited, normally like direct deposit. Have all your mail go to a PO box that you pick up every couple of days, and then basically just find yourself some, I don't know, abandoned place, or some place where when you need to regenerate, that you can hide away from everybody, where you don't even have to pay rent,
And just become a puddle of goo.
Yeah, you just basically need something to contain yourself in, And pretty much you can hide anywhere. You know?
Literally. Because
Yeah.
you can be anyone or anything.
Uh-huh. Think of the things you could do with all that. Now, if you had the ability without having to turn into goo all the time or every X amount of hours, imagine if you had that ability to become anybody, you know, complete DNA match, fingerprints, voice, everything. That would be the ticket. Just imagine the people you could impersonate.
Mm-hmm.
I still say my backup character is a Horta.
I'm back. No, that's not happening.
You play a Horta, I'll play a Changeling. What else? What else kind of weird shit can we get in here?
Actually, no, I'd like to play one of the Kinshaya. Even though it would make no sense for an exchange officer of a Kinshaya.
No, Kinshaya.
Curses! I want to be a sexy Griffin boy.
Alright, so, yes, you are on the bridge of a Dominion warship.
Fine, you're gonna play that, then I get to play the portal on that one planet.
You're not playing the Guardian on the Edge of Forever.
How would that even apply to Starfleet?
I'm trying to figure out how that would even.
Because first off,
he's the miniature portable version. We just gotta carry him everywhere.
Well, not only that, but I think it would be rather annoying. Not only can you not move anywhere, but you never answer a fucking question directly, and that would just get fucking annoying.
Exactly.
But you get to talk in like a loud announcer voice all the time.
Emily, you're not helping.
Okay, before we get back to getting back on track, I'm going to call it. If we conclude this season and do another round of this game, we need to do all foreign exchange officers, and we'll just be like the outsiders on the ship, on the Federation vessel.
Okay,
who band together because of our mutual differences.
If you want to run a game that where you're all playing various aliens that are not Starfleet, I can run a game like that.
I call Tholian.
No, you won't.
You're a naughty boy. You get to be in the corner. Who said you were involved in this? Go to your room.
Josh, make a note. We need to make a corner.
Oh, well, I'll make a corner later tonight. Definitely. It'll just be called Darby's room.
Darby's room.
In fact, I probably can do that right now. Hang on, let me get my phone.
I have a feeling Darby would be spending a lot of time there because I will send his ass there every single time he fucks up an NPC name.
You only need to
Josh,
send it
you
once
got
and lock
way
the
too
door.
excited about that corner.
What's that?
Josh got way too excited about making that corner.
Well, it doesn't exist yet, so he's not that excited about it. Oh, there it is. Darby's timeout corner.
I'll make it special and stuff later.
Okay, sounds good.
Anyway, back to what we were saying.
I think he just made it. He hasn't made it public or anything yet. All right, so yes, Dominion Worship. You're in orbit of Earth. You can see through the headset that there are numerous burned out hulls of Starfleet ships just kind of everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there are tons of Dominion ships. And it looks kind of like it looks like they're about to do what they did to Cardassia.
Uh-huh. See, I don't know if I've been transported into another dimension or if I'm just normal hallucinating like the other ones were. That's the problem.
You don't know. But the founder leader turns to you and goes, Legate Nar, would you like to do the honors?
I suppose. What station am I at?
You're the legate, which means you're leading. Legate's a high governing. That's the high government rank. Or actually, I think that's the actual I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'd have to look up the.
You at the main station. You're at the one that's going to make everything go boom.
Let's see. So, wait. So she's basically asking if I want to give the command. I'm confused, actually.
Yes, she's asking if you want to give the command.
Well, it is another dimension. Maybe. Or it's not real.
Hey, the legate, it's rank given to members of the Central Command and high-ranking flag officers.
I guess
yes, Darby,
so.
we know.
A little devil Che appears on your shoulders. Do it. Do it now. Push the button.
I did say make it so. Or, yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's not much you can do right now in this situation. Like, I can be like, nah. And then what? I get arrested and they do it anyway. Or I can go, sure, and hope this is just a hallucination and nothing bad is actually happening.
This is Jimmy we're talking about. Something bad is definitely happening.
So you order the fire?
I'm not sure I have much of a choice, so yeah, sure. Let's do this shit.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another presence and security roll.
Okie dokie.
Okay. You wake up back in the medical. Dathan is. You're on the floor, actually. Dathan is kneeling by you.
You there? Was I here the whole time?
Yes, Doctor, you were here the whole time. You
Good.
passed out.
I wasn't sure. I could have disappeared into another dimension again.
You had another flash?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was obvious from what I was saying, but yes. So I suppose since I didn't see myself and have myself accuse me of being an imposter, that would indicate that in fact I was not. It doesn't matter. It happened again is the important thing.
Very well, Doctor. Let me. I'll conduct a scan right quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably for the best.
Also, Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Is there ever going to be a time that you're going to not call me you?
I suppose anything is possible.
Out of character, I see. You're just gonna be a bitch for the rest of the time.
I mean, you know.
Okay. So he conducts a scan.
Mm-hmm.
At about that time, there is another earthquake. This one is more severe.
All right, we're gonna have to put this this whole thing off, or attach something to do scans as we work, because
I'm going to need everybody to make a fitness and security roll.
that's what security.
That's what the dodge is.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Che falls in a big crack. Is saved by Horta.
It's safe, but no. Yes. Let me check for you. Merle. No. Yep. Okay. So Nar, you were pinned underneath a falling beam. You know, because starships aren't safe. What makes structures? Um. Oh crap. Oh, okay. Che, I'm gonna say that you were able to dodge out of the way, but you were you were cut in the leg by something falling. It's either that or you tripped.
I am feline. We do not trip. I will take getting a piece of rebar through my leg.
I was just saying cut, not like impale.
Okay, fine. We'll take cut. I have a severe gash in my leg. On my leg. Around my leg. In the vicinity of my leg.
Which happened because he tripped on some rebar.
I don't know if we even use rebar in the future.
Future version of it.
Future rebar.
Okay, you tripped on a self-sealing stem bolt.
Even though nobody knows what the fuck that is. And Frank, you take a gash to the arm.
I grunt a little bit, but bear the damage with pride and honor.
And Darby, you are fine. I should check the security officers. Okay, so two of the security guards are injured. Another one is fine. This earthquake registered about an 8. What is everybody doing?
Well, I am trapped under a beam, so that's what I'm doing.
I test my leg. Am I too injured to move?
No.
I can move?
You can move.
I first aid myself.
With what bandages?
Crap.
Can't you just plug it out with your fur?
No. It's not how fur works. I'm gonna have to get to the to the triage center.
In case anybody's wondering what a self-sealing stem bolt looks like, I just uploaded a picture for everybody.
So yes, Jay starts to head back to the triage center.
Okay.
Putting pressure on his bleeding leg that is bleeding as he walks.
Okay, around you, lots of people are screaming, freaked out.
Do any of them look also obviously injured and in need of triage?
Some of them are mildly injured. There are some elderly people that look like they have broken bones. Okay, so in the triage center, Dathan is seriously trying to pick up the the debris that has fallen on you. Let's see if he was able to do it. It would be... Oh no.
And now he goes from "Hey you" to "You bastard."
Now, as he's lifting the beam, it slips out of his hand and he cuts himself.
Oopsie doopsie.
How bad is she injured?
She's not injured. He wasn't able to lift it like completely up.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, as long as he didn't just drop it right back on top of me, we're good.
Now, his name didn't go from you there to dead meat.
Okay. What? Well, first, assess myself. Anything seem to be broken? Can I stand? That kind of thing.
No, you can't stand.
Okay.
You are fairly pinned to the ground, but from what you can tell, nothing is broken. You probably have a few bruises.
Sure.
And you know that you have at least one or two cuts. One on your head because you can feel the blood trickling down.
I'm fine right now. You should wait for security to get here. There are other people that need actual medical attention. You would be best served there.
Are you sure?
I am quite sure. Go be a doctor.
Okay. Yes, doctor. As he kind of, I won't say limp, but he's definitely wincing when he walks away. And he doesn't look happy that he's walking away.
How bad is the gash on Moral's arm?
It's not enough to incapacitate you, but you're definitely going to need the dermal regenerator. I would probably say that if it was modern day medicine, you definitely need stitches, and it probably just covers your forearm. Cool. Right.
Hey, she's Klingon. She's gonna.
She is half Klingon.
Okay, part of the Klingon part of her is gonna think Scar's cool.
You know what? Just for this attitude, I'm gonna have your mother show up more. Because obviously there needs to be some serious denobulin cultural injection here.
Bring it on.
Serious denobulin cultural injection sounds like a sex move.
I was waiting for it. I realized as soon as I said it, it was like, oh shit.
It is. It's the longest denobulin orgy you've ever seen.
Oh my.
Okay, so I will say, Che, you get to the infirmary first. You can see Dathan helping with some more of the seriously injured, and go ahead and roll your insight and security.
Yay, a decent roll tonight.
Okay, so you're seeing Dathan. Hang on, let me find a map that I can use for this. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Let me see if there is a infirmary type thing that I can use. While I'm figuring this out, you guys think of what you guys are going to be doing.
Well, right now, me and the one good security guard I got left, we're probably helping people, calming people down, and helping people trapped under stuff.
Oh, well, this is weak. I don't think there's a save. Like a triage or something.
She found something clean to wrap her arm or wrap around her arm and get to wherever she can to sit there and help whoever she can and get any injured to the infirmary area.
Is that it? Well, it's a ship, but alright, I guess this is just gonna have to work. Just pretend that, there's really no walls, except for this one does exist, but the hallway here is outside, and there's no walls here. Dang it. There's no walls on the interior. It's just the desk and then a crap ton of bio beds.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to say that there is a desk there, right where the chief medical officer thing is.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where you are, Nar, underneath the beam. And Whoops. Dathan is now over here. Let me show the map grid. Okay. Okay, so Josh, as you enter here, you can see Dathan over there dealing with patients, and you see Nar trapped underneath some fallen debris.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Che hobbles over to the debris.
Okay.
Hey there.
Yes.
I'm going to lift the beam.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a daring and security. Or, sorry, you know what? Go ahead and do fitness and security.
Okay. It's the same either way.
Yeah, I know, but
It's important to do it.
Just like lifting a log back home.
I gotta beam down. Really, Emily? No.
No, it says I got a beam on me.
Oh, I thought it says I gotta beam down. I was like, no. Oh, hey, nice.
3 successes, bank the momentum.
So bank the additional one. Okay. Okay, so the beam has been moved.
Okay.
I'll say, so you're able to get up now.
Before I do, I'm going to do further assessments just in case.
Okay. You just have some, like I said, you have cuts and bruises. But go ahead and give me a reason and medical. Obviously, you're going to have a focus. What are all of these? What are all of those?
What are all
did you
what?
drop blood?
He's bleeding.
You dick.
Focus, yes. Here we go. Complication 1, task 2, and
Fuck me.
I am the doctor.
What would you like to do with all of your successes?
I don't know. This has never happened before. What do you do with them?
Well, to do a comprehensive scan, I was going to say you needed 2 successes. You blew that out of the water. So you have 2 successes. You can ask additional questions, but there's not really a need to, or you can bank them in the momentum pool.
Well, then I guess I'm going to do that second one.
Okay, so I will do that. And the momentum pool is now full.
You're welcome, guys.
God,
You're the best.
damn it. Okay, I'm going to say that you have a cracked rib.
Okay.
It's nothing that you can't fix with your medical equipment.
Right.
Or it's nothing that Dathan can't fix if you trust him.
Well, it's only a small thing. There are obviously people who are more injured. I'm low on the list of priorities, so I'm getting back to work.
Okay. Hartley, at this point, you enter.
I'm in sick bay now?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have somebody with me that I'm taking to sick bay?
I'm going to say that the 2 security guards weren't safe to move, so they're
Oh, they weren't safe to move?
No.
Oh, I'm definitely going to go to NAR
Okay.
and report that. So, NAR, are you still in the office area?
Yes.
Okay.
Or well, you didn't say that you had moved or anything. I knew you
Well,
had done a diagnostic on yourself.
Right, and like, if it's just a crack, like I said, just a crack lib, I'm low on on the priority list, so I'm going back to work.
Okay.
I'm assuming at this point I'm walking up to you.
Okay.
And I go, Doctor, I have 2 security officers that are not safe to move.
All right. We'll need to request a medical transport. So I guess I'll call the ship, right?
Okay. You get a hold of Lomax.
It's like I need to request a medical, or I need to request that you beam officers who are the security guards.
Yes. Security guards.
Yeah, they'll just say the security guards to sick bay immediately, or to the triage tent, wherever the hell I am.
Yeah, you're in the triage center. You're not on the ship.
Right.
Okay. Lomax will get the transporter room on it ASAP.
Thank you very much.
Frank, you arrive at the triage center, and
Okay, how many people do I have in tow with me?
you've got a couple.
Okay, so I walk in. What do I see?
Well, let me. I need. Where are? Oh, characters. There we go. Well, this will. Okay, I'll say that. Can I duplicate these, or do I have to? Okay, copy, paste. I like this. This is nice. Now, yeah, fine, whatever.
Close enough.
There, almost all the biobeds. Frank, almost all the biobeds are full.
All right. Well, I direct. We get the ones that are serious cases to the staff, and anybody who's minor cases, I break out a dermal regenerator and start going to work on them, and then send them back out to find more injured and do what they can.
Okay.
And as for the gash on her arm, she heals it, but does not sit there and get rid of the scar. She leaves the scar there.
Of course she does.
Infusion of denobulin culture?
Dirty.
Hey, she's just embracing her true self, both parts.
No, that's not both parts. You've been embracing one part, and that's it.
She's got 2 husbands and like 4 kids.
It's true.
Oh, sure.
That's the denobulin side.
Use the bigamy for the denobulin side, and that's it.
Well, she can't bring him on board the ship, and you won't let her sleep with the crew.
And you won't let her sleep with the crew.
God damn.
Why?
Oh my god.
I mean, granted, if you wanted, if you would let her sleep with people on board ship, she would have standards. There are certain people on board right now that would make her totally wretched, like Lee, who sleeps in a unitard. Don't want.
All right. So anyway,
Oh my gosh.
so as you guys are dealing with the injured civilians and fellow officers, Royak comes in and informs you that there has been a disaster at the mine.
All right. Let's get these people assessed as quickly as possible. We need to get the ones out that don't really need to be here. We're gonna have more people coming in.
I head with him to the board of the mine, to the mines to find out what's going on.
I go with Frank just to be there in case he needs my help.
I'm going to take the smart option and ask the dude who just walked in saying there's a disaster of the nature of the disaster.
One of the during the earthquake, a crack opened. Magma seeped out and it ruptured one of the energy conduits, and there was a large explosion.
HJ, I told you shouldn't eat all those hot wings.
Do you have anyone not already in the triage center who has experience in medicine, nursing, first aid, anything like that?
They're already at the mine.
Okay. Do they need further assistance, or do you think you can get everyone out?
They might need assistance not with medical, but they might need assistance in getting people out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Doctor, heal up my leg. I guess I have more heavy things to lift.
How bad is his leg?
How bad does what look?
His leg.
Oh, it's like maybe if you want to do a medical roll, you only need one success.
Okay. Reason in medicine again?
It's bleeding profusely.
And you also have focus, so.
And staining your floor.
Look at that. One success.
Okay, yeah. It's healed up. It only required like 4 swipes of the dermal regenerate.
I'm sorry for making a mess on your floor, Doctor.
I think you were complaining a little more than this was worth, but you're fine now. Go on, get out there.
Big
Hey.
baby.
No, I'm playing up the fact that I got an actual pretty bad complication. Yet I seem to have gotten the worst of it. Maybe Jimmy just likes me? I don't know.
No, Fred got a complication too. I gashed his ass too.
Oh.
Say what?
When
Say who?
I had everybody roll for during the earthquake, you had a complication too, so I gashed you. Oh wait, no, you didn't. Oh well, you still got gashed.
Yeah, that's why I was like having him hobble and actually bleed and stuff. Because I rolled the worst of everyone, but I seem to get off the lightest.
Don't look at me like that. Fine, you didn't get cut. You don't have a scar.
No, it's already on record. You can't take it back now.
I'm the GM. I can take everything back.
There's no take backsies.
Okay. We're over 40. We can't do that.
Oh, snap. He's bringing in the age logic.
I can do anything I want. I suffer from Peter Pan syndrome.
Okay, first off, you know I'm a proud card-carrying member of the Peter Pan Society.
Oh my gosh.
Where's your card?
I don't have to show it to you.
I'm a founding member.
Of course you were born in the 1800s.
I am older than you. I was born before you were, so I was there. I helped write the Peter Pan Accords.
Oh my god. Anyway. So.
And now you know what it was like to hang out with Jimmy and Frank. Good night, everyone.
And that concludes the evidence and the Star Trek game. So after you're healed up, Ensign Fulmer contacts you.
All right. I tap my comm badge and take his communication.
He goes, "Sir, during the last earthquake, there was a power surge."
Yes, apparently some magma hit an energy conduit and blew some stuff up. Or blew the mine up.
Ferengi did it.
Unless we're talking about a different energy surge.
This could have contributed to it, but I don't think it explains the severe spike.
What's your hypothesis on it, Fulmer?
I don't know.
If you had to make an educated guess, what would you say?
Let me just change some stuff around here right quick.
Oh, that's good. That's good for him. Good job, Fulmer. I use the momentum. Make that man re-roll. I know that's not how they work, but still.
He can't explain it.
Well, what do you know about it? Give me everything you know, because I'm about to go lift heavy things in that vicinity. So, I'd like to know what I'm walking into before I go play buff scientist.
The only thing that he knows is that the ruptured energy conduit would not explain the peak energy readings that he got.
Do we at least know what form of energy this is taking?
Oh, sure, now. Yes.
Well, Fulmer, ask an additional question. So what sort of energy are we dealing with?
It is very similar to the energy signature of the conduits, but he knows it doesn't emanate from the mines.
Where's it emanating from?
He doesn't know.
Out of character. Damn it, Fulmer! I'm duct taping your office shut when I get back. Well, Fulmer, keep scanning. And give me everything you find as you find it.
Aye, sir.
And yeah, with that, Shay heads to the mines to help out.
Okay.
Like you said, he's going to go play buff scientist.
So, who all is heading to the mine? Frank? Frank!
I left with Frank when he left.
Oh, okay. Frank?
I just barely realized that Shay is becoming rapidly the furry version of the Golden Age competence man. He's a scientist, and he's buff enough to lift large beams off people.
Yes.
So you're heading to the mine?
Yes, that's what I stated where I was headed.
Okay, sorry. So, everyone arrives at the mine. Was Nar heading to the mine? I can't remember. Yes.
No, he said they were covered.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to stay in the triage center and keep doing triage and wait for them to bring more people in to do triage.
Okay.
No, he had said they needed some more help, though. Because she did ask.
So, when, so at the mine, there's a lot of panic going on. You know, there are medics there. They don't exactly have Starfleet resources, but they are doing their best.
I have some assigned somebody to help them assess basically the worst cases and get them over to the triage center so they can be worked on first. Minor cases I let them deal with, and then I get people assigned to get those people who are panicking calmed down and out of danger and out of the way, because we don't need them there if they're going to be panicking and just being nothing but chaos. And then I start trying to assess as to what's going on and what we're dealing with.
Okay.
Frank, are you going to have me handle the injured or have me handle the panics? The people panicking?
I give you a spoon and a bucket and have you scoop up the lava.
Yeah, but the ridges on your forehead might be able to hold the lava better.
Okay, so
I gotta go pee.
okay.
I'm going to start helping out with the injured,
Okay, so
getting those safe to transport, safe to carry or move that are priority over back to triage. Wait a minute, can we just beam them over there? Or are we too deep?
well, they first have to be safe to transport.
Okay. So the ones that their medical staff deems safe to transport, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tempest to transport them to triage. The first of priorities, but the ones that can walk, that might need a little assistance, I'll assist them back to triage without the use of transport.
Are there any people still trapped within the mine?
Yes.
Jay's gonna help with the excavation efforts.
Okay. So while they're all away, Nar,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and give me a reason medicine roll.
Okie dokie.
Just you, do you, Emily, do you know how values
How what?
on your character sheet, your values?
My values. What about them?
Do you know how they work?
No.
It's kind of like fate. You can, like, say I want to, at the beginning of every session, you start with one determination. You could say I want to use a determination, and you select a value that you think applies, kind of like how fate did it,
Uh-huh.
and it automatically gives you a d20 at rolled to a 1, which is an automatic critical success. Or say something that in role playing is challenging your value.
Mm-hmm.
You can say I'm going to challenge my value, at which point you get that d20 rolled set at 1. And at the end of the mission, you change the value to reflect how it changed.
Mm.
So, like, say, at some point, I'm just using this as an example. You decide you want to join Starfleet
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason. You can use your determination to challenge the value of a member of the Cardassian Expeditionary Force.
All right.
I could be getting this wrong, but I think it still adds to your role in some fashion. And like, well, actually, no. Challenging the value like that would be like they do something that challenges your loyalty. Like, say the Cardassians decided that they were going to rejoin the Dominion.
Uh-huh.
That could challenge your value of being a part of that.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of how it works.
All right.
So if at any point you want to use the value, you can say, I want to use this as a value to get a bonus to your roll.
Okay.
As of right now, you don't need it. You're just healing somebody.
All right.
It just occurred to me that because I know Josh has used a value. I think he used value last mission,
Mm-hmm.
and I know Frank and Darby know how the value system works. They didn't. I wasn't entirely sure if it had been explained to you.
Okay.
It is kind of important to try and use your values because then that gives you milestones to upgrade your character with.
Yeah.
So always try to be looking for an opportunity to work one of those in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so why is Merle right there? Merle's not there. So as you are healing them, and Dathan is on the other side, working his magic. Oh. Since that's the way the emblem should be.
Oh, look, Ferengi.
Go ahead and give me a presence and security roll.
Oh, jeez. Do I got to focus for this?
No.
Hey, I got a success.
You notice that 3 Ferengi have just beamed into the infirmary.
Okay.
They are armed.
So they're not injured.
No.
They're just there to be dicks.
Yeah, they're dicks. So it looks one of them has their weapon aimed at you, while the other one has their weapon aimed at Dathan. The third one, it looks like he is raiding the medical supplies.
Excuse me. I believe you're in the wrong place.
Silence, female.
No. You are in my medbay. This is my triage center. You will shut up. You will put the gun down, or I will kill us all right now. And Joe, I'm serious. I'm gonna take a vial of something. Like, hold up, I'm just gonna throw it on the ground and smash it.
Okay, so you're going
Best
to the vial.
response ever.
Give me a second.
Frankie are known cowards. Come on now. If I can scare them, they will run away.
Oh my god. Oh no.
You will be avenged.
So, guys, about that changeling character I was talking.
No, you don't have to worry. You're not taking like lethal damage. Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Suffice to say, you Do you have the core book? Oh no, it's right here. Sorry, I read something about it and I want to just double check.
I'm gonna kill some Ferengi.
Seriously, at any point you want to call security after this fight, go right ahead. They're short. I bet you I can punt one like a football.
Okay. I'm gonna have to read up on this later, so we'll deal with it on another adventure. So you are injured.
Okay.
He fired. I need to. Uh-oh. Fuck. Okay. So you're not unconscious, but you're unable to act. And you see, they just yank anything that isn't nailed down,
Okay.
and then beam out. What are you doing? You can call for help. You're just unable to do any serious action.
Well, I mean, since they're ransacking, then I'd call for security.
Okay.
I answer back and let you know I'm on my way.
They'll be gone by then. Just look for Ferengis.
I'm assuming the commander heard that over the comm badge.
Yeah, if you're all together.
Well, are you close to me, Frank?
I don't know. What are you doing? Because I'm assessing the damage.
Okay, I was helping with the injured. So I'll just Commander, this is Lisa. Ferengi, I was just contacted by the medical officer, and she reported Ferengi ransacking the triage station. I am on my way to that location right now. And then after that, I call all available security to the triage.
Okay.
I contact the ship, let Atan know what happened.
Oh.
Hey, real quick, Jimmy, was the other guy injured that was with her? The hey you guy?
Dathan. His name is Dathan.
Was he injured?
Yeah, he was shot too.
Okay. Yeah, it might help to bring one of the medical people back to triage, then, wouldn't it? Or does she have other staff with her?
There are other there's a few other medical staff from the Tempest, but they're not all at the triage.
Well, no, that's why I was asking. Does she have anybody else in the triage that could help her?
No.
Okay. Is it too late for me to bring one of the medical people that was in the mine with me?
The medical people at the mine are not going to leave the mine.
Oh, okay.
So, Frank, what are you doing?
Well, I was waiting for Atan to ask Atan. I told him what happened and let him know that I'm heading towards the ship to see if they're still docked. But,
okay,
so basically saying, how do you want to respond to this? Because they just shot 2 Starfleet personnel and stole medical supplies that are needed for right now the current state of emergency here on the planet.
tells you to detain them.
And if they shoot at us,
you can't defend yourself, just stun.
Roger that. She turns to Che. She turns to find Che and tells him to handle the situation here while she grabs the security officer and heads to where the Ferengi ship was docked.
There were only 2 other security officers, Hartley and one other one that wasn't injured, and Hartley took that other one.
Okay, she grabs. Well, then she goes alone.
Okay. Okay, so Hartley, You arrive at the infirmary. Darby, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. So I'm rushing in.
Okay.
I'm assuming I see both doctors injured.
Yes.
I rush over.
Darby.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting used to the whole push thing. Push to talk thing. Sorry. So I rush over to Nar. And doctor, are you severely injured?
I'm fine. I'm just taking a nap.
He's taking it.
I send the other.
I have a shot for the second time in what is this, like 3 days now? So, I'm going to need some medical attention.
Okay. I'm assuming I send the other security over to the other medical personnel to assess his situation.
Okay. Much like Nar, he was shot.
Okay. Captain, this is Lisa Hartley. Well, I should say that. Captain, both our medical officers are severely injured. It looks like they are severely injured, and they are not safe to move. Requesting additional medical assistance in the triage center on my location.
We'll send some more people down.
I did not word that correctly.
Frank, so you arrive at the spaceport.
Okay.
You see the Ferengi. They're making repairs on their ship.
I have my phaser set on stun, heavy stun, and ready now, and then walk up to him and ask him where the medical supplies are.
Rex looks at you. What are you talking about?
Ferengi beamed into the medical facility, shot our medical staff, and stole medical supplies. You're the only Ferengi on the planet.
It wasn't us.
Well, then somebody's doing a very good imitation of Ferengi. So until this matter is cleared up, by order of my captain, I'm hereby detaining you all. So you can either come peacefully, or I can stun you. I would rather you come peacefully.
That's a lie.
I was thinking the same thing. Remember, Frank, the fist can be used as a stun weapon.
Yes, I know. I shall owe you a nice punch in the arm.
You can search our ship if you want to. We didn't steal anything.
I'm just stating the facts.
And so am I.
Well, My captain gave me orders. He said to detain you, and that's what I'm going to do.
We aren't going anywhere. The last earthquake damaged my ship. We've been here since the last earthquake.
Well, I know my staff didn't lie. They don't hallucinate people beaming in and stealing medical supplies. Especially when
Breck starts laughing. Commander, this is a vintage 2150 Ferengi shuttle. There is no transporter on board.
and transporters can be gotten from anywhere.
Check the security logs of the spaceport. We've been right here. And this is where we're staying.
Fine. Then you can all sit down until this matter is cleared.
We are repairing my ship. We're not going anywhere.
Then everybody stays within my sight. It's either that or I just stun you all.
More threats?
No. Following my orders.
Your orders. The last time I checked, we are not starved.
My orders were to detain you. Now sit.
We are not sitting, we are repairing my shuttle. We are going to continue with our business affairs. You can sit there and watch like a good female, but we are going to continue what we are doing.
Is there any part on that shuttle that I could just rip off that would prevent the shuttle from going anywhere, period?
Not that you can see.
So I'd have to shoot it.
Yeah. Jay, go ahead and make some fitness and security rolls. Go ahead and give me 3.
There we go.
Okay, because the first one has a complication, guess who just gashed their leg again?
Why? Why?
It's the same leg or it's the other one now?
It's the same leg.
Why?
Because of those self-stealing symbols.
Why? Why, planet? Why do you keep making me bleed my own blood?
Those symbols, man. They don't like you.
So what are you going to do, Frank?
She steps away from them, but keeps them in sight. Contacts Atan and lets him know what's going on.
Okay.
and what they have stated.
Okay, just because of the time, everyone roll your fitness and security, because that seems to be the default stat for everything.
Focus?
No. Awesome. What are you doing? Hey, buddy. Jay?
It's a
Okay.
this didn't critically fail again.
No, you did. Okay, there was another earthquake. This one is way more powerful. I'll say it's a 9.
Is Shay getting gashed again?
No.
Shay's the only one near a giant hole in the ground.
But more of the mine has collapsed. And I need to make a roll for somebody. So Frank, in the hangar, you can see that the Ferengi are screaming. You know, the typical high pitched scream, with the exception of one.
Yeah, because he can't hear what's going on.
You can feel it. And there's more structure that falls in the space. You can see that some of the roof is caved in on several other small craft. And in the triage area, I'm going to say that whoops. Everyone was brought up to here. And I'll say that several of these people were gone. And I am going to say that I don't think that worked.
Was there anybody else in the spaceport area?
Oh, whoops. Nope. Yeah, there's quite a few people in there. All of that caved in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So another medical officer was beamed down, and let me make a roll. See. Medicine. Okay, I will say that Nar, you were healed half the damage you took, or half the stress.
Okay.
So you are no longer injured. You're still sore, and you're probably going to be sore for a little while.
Back to work.
But you did lose about 5 patients in the collapse of the structure. Jay.
Yes, me.
Fulmer contacts
Fulmer, I hope it's good news.
He says that energy spike appeared right when the earthquake hit again. And he found the epicenter of the energy spike.
Oh? And what is that?
There is a small, a relatively small section along the fault line that falls beneath the mine and the town, and something is hitting it, and it appears it's forcing the tectonic plates to move. So he's under the firm impression that the earthquakes are artificial.
So someone has an earthquake machine? Is that what I'm hearing, Farmore?
That I don't know, sir. I'm currently getting listeners' help and looking at cross-referencing various types of ways to manipulate tectonic plates like this. If we can find something that matches the same energy wavelengths, we'll let you. And they're working on double time because they're afraid that if there's another manipulation, it could cause something that's far more catastrophic.
I'd say so. That was the biggest quake we've had so far. Pull in whoever you need.
Aye, sir.
Has the spaceport been sealed in, or can we still get out?
You can still get out.
Or if she starts grabbing whoever's not like injured and all, and starts working on getting anybody who is injured out from trapped areas.
Okay.
Is the Ferengi shuttle damaged?
No.
Fucking assholes.
Ukra is helping you.
So that's her main focus right now. She's worrying about the injured. She's not gonna, she's just throwing caution to the wind right now. Then she's tapping her comm badge and telling Atan that we need to start evacuating people as much as possible.
We'll get right on that. Okay, so Nar, Lomax contacts you and tells you that the captain has ordered that everyone be beamed back aboard. They're going to start evacuating Column.
Wouldn't it be more prudent to make the medical staff the last to be beamed aboard so that we can take care of these people while in or prepare them for transport? Ugh.
Well, the captain wants you and Dathan beamed back aboard with those in the triage center. And then the colony's medical staff will be the last to be beamed aboard. Actually, you know what? No, change that. Dathan and the triage people will be beamed aboard. The captain wants you to go to the mine to the mine.
Okay.
And you will oversee the triage to get back to the ship while the medical staff on the Tempest prepare emergency triage units in the cargo base.
Understood.
Does that mean I'm beaming aboard the Tempest?
No.
I was about to say, you would need security to help direct people.
No.
Where to?
Dathan and the other people in the biobeds, they do beam aboard.
Oh, okay.
So they are gone. Okay, so Uber is helping you with getting people out.
Yeah.
Actually, Hartley, you were contacted by Lomax as well. The captain wants you to go to the spaceport and help Commander Morale with evacuating the spaceport and get them to a safe beam out location.
Understood, sir. I'll go there right away. So Lisa goes over to. I leave my one security guy there, the other guy that was in here with me, to assist Nara with whatever she needs assisting. And in case she's not fully healed, he can help her get to the mine.
Okay.
And I'm going myself to assist Frank. Or Morale.
Okay. So, Nar, you get to the mine. You know, tons of people are panicking, naturally. The colony, while not completely in ruins, it's fucked. You can see Che. He's trying to get debris out to help get people out of the mine. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I need everyone to roll fitness and security again. Uh-oh. So another quake hits. Oh, hi, buddy. So Nar, you're knocked off your feet.
All right.
This one is the same magnitude, but it lasts twice as long. At which point, as soon as that has settled down, I will say that Baral and Hartley, you guys plus the Ferengi have been beamed off the surface. I will say that mostly, I will say that at that point, the Tempest has utilized all of its transporter rooms and has beamed the last of the colonists off, including Senior.
Okay.
So, Che,
Yes.
when you materialize on the platform, Lister is there waiting for you.
Please tell me we have good practical news.
Oh, I think we have great practical knowledge, but we need to run this by you first, since you are Chief Science Officer.
All right. Let's do a walk and talk here.
Okay. So, while that last earthquake happened, we got a better energy reading. Not to mention, Hargrove was able to use stellar cartography to pinpoint that the energy signature that was focused around the mine was emanating from orbit.
There's a ship up here.
We think it's close. So, with that working hypothesis, we decided that we were going to just look through the Federation database to see if anything like this has ever been encountered before.
What did we find?
There was an encounter that happened with the USS Enterprise about 10 years ago. But again, we want you to double check our findings.
All right. Jimmy, quick question.
Yep.
Does a starship have, like, first aid kits along the walls or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Jay grabs one as he goes and is bandaging his leg as they walk.
Okay, I was about to say, there's an emergency medkit in the science bay, or science lab.
Okay, so yeah.
Alright, so I need you to roll a reason in science. Let me just double check to see if you have a focus that you can use. No.
I'm going to use a momentum on this one,
Okay.
since we have 6.
You can use 3 and get 2 dice.
We are probably pretty close to finishing this session, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay, use 3.
Okay, so you get 2 additional die.
Three successes.
Okay, so looking at it and cross-referencing everything that they have found. 10 years ago, the Enterprise encountered the people of Ventax 2. I think it's 2. There was a con artist by the name of Ardra. She was attempting to con the people out of their planet and into becoming the ruler of their planet by mimicking the deeds of their devil.
I remember that episode.
Yeah, it's a great episode.
Yeah, I do too.
And the way she did it was she had a cloaked ship, and she had an ocular implant that allowed her to control hologram, and she caused earthquakes by utilizing tractor beams.
Okay. I think we can work with this.
In cross-referencing this, it isn't Ardra.
Yeah.
Because Ardra is still in prison.
Right. But this could easily be a copycat.
Right.
Shane knows nothing about the whole Ferengi attack on the triage, does he?
No, I don't think so.
No one told Shay on this one. Shame, shame, shame. Okay. But no, we could work on this. Huh.
And the way that the way that they dealt with Ardra, with the Enterprise, is Riker found the ship, and then they took control away from Ardra. But again, I think the key point is it's a cloaked ship in orbit. And Fulmer believes that he knows why somebody would do this.
Well, let's hear it.
The planet is rich in dilithium. It's a financial boon if the Federation abandoned it.
Which we would if we couldn't establish a solid colony.
Right.
This is like... What we have here is a classic case of... What's that old Earth show? With the meddling kids and the dog?
They have no idea what you're talking about.
It'll come to me eventually. Anyway. I think this is enough for us to move on. I'll take this to the captain.
But as an aside, Josh, thank you for making my grandiose adventure sound like a Scooby episode. You dick.
It was old Ferengi Man Smithers. He was dressed up as a raider the whole time. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling Starfleet officers.
And your cat.
And your cat too. But no, I need to take this to a Tom then. Do we have any way to block tractor beams?
Well, there's a since you were able to find to pinpoint where in orbit the tractor beam came from, there's a likelihood that you'll be able to find the ship, because it would every time that it's happened, they've gone over the sensor research. The ship is in geostationary orbit above the colony.
They're always hitting the same place. So, someone's not very clever. Right. I'm going to take, now with my leg patched up, I'm going to take this to a Ton.
Okay. Give me a second.
Someone failed sniper class. Always move after each shot.
Okay, so Frank, Atan has let you know that the colony has been completely evacuated. And there's been some shifting around of quarters and preparing for all of these people. Because again, the Tempest is being used as an evacuation ship. And at this point, Che comes in and wants to speak to the captain, but Atan insists that you stay with him. So, Frank.
What's going on? What news do you have?
We're being conned. Someone is deliberately tractor beaming tectonic plates in order to shake this planet. So we will evacuate our colony, and they can move in. They got a ship in orbit, and literally they're just trying to make us abandon this colony.
Find that ship. I want it on sensors. There's a direct line on it.
We believe they're stealthed, but, well, first rule of firing at something, you should move after each shot. They're not. So we should be able to pinpoint where they're coming from. Or at least a searchable area.
Give me a target location. I'll hit it.
Okay, Jay passes over the data.
She tells Helm to get move the ship. Get ready to move the ship to the coordinates.
Okay.
And she basically taps into the weapons console.
You realize you're not the tactical officer. You know who is. If you want to, you can roll the Tempest roll, but Darby needs to roll.
I need to roll for it.
Yep, you need to roll control and security.
But she can still tap into the tactical console to sit there and for weapons targeting.
Yes, but you need to.
I didn't say I was going to use weapon console and fire.
You're just telling him where to fire?
Yes.
Okay. Darby, go ahead and roll. Did you say something, Darby?
My bad, I forgot to press A. I can still use the focus, right? I got shipboard tactical systems.
Yes.
Sweet. See how I did.
Okay. So, Frank, if you want to roll the ship, or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
Okay, weapons and security. Okay. So we are rolling. Are you firing phasers or torpedoes?
You're talking to me, I'm assuming?
No, Darby. I'm
Were
talking
we...
to Che, who's obviously controlling the weapons.
That might not be a bad idea. I'm a pretty good shot.
Only when we're facing the ship from behind. Sorry. Frank, did you want me to use lasers or torpedoes?
Phasers.
Phasers or torpedoes? Are we trying to just wound the ship or blow it out of the sky?
Yes, break out the laser pointers and shoot at it.
Okay, so I used phasers.
Darby, I said laser pointers. Gosh, learn to listen out of character.
Okay, so the ship, you can see that the it drops its cloak. I'm just looking for. Uh, Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, crap. I messed up. Here, I'm going to move everything to this layer for a moment. Shit. Is everything kind of grayed out to you guys too? On this map?
No, it looks fine to me.
Looks fine on my end.
Check which layer you're on.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Still trying to get used to this. Okay, so the ship that decloaks is this one.
Oh, look, a Ferengi vessel.
Almost immediately, it's hailing. When well, it's not hailing. It has sent a message via text that it surrendered.
I send a message back telling them to power down their weapons, their ship, their engines, everything.
Okay. They acknowledge, and Lomax informs you that they have powered down their ship or their engines. Their weapons weren't active.
I tell Tactile to keep a lock on their ship. If they try anything funny, disable them.
Ferengi ships look silly.
Yeah, especially considering that's the front of.
It looks like it's flying backwards.
Yeah.
It looks like a manta ray had sex with a shrimp.
Is Tom on the bridge, or is he?
No, he's on the bridge.
All right, well then.
He wants you to take Hartley and a security team and beam aboard the ship.
So at that, I automatically stand up and someone takes my replace on tactical, I'm assuming. Okay. I gather up an away team of security.
So you beam over to the Ferengi ship.
Yep. Phasers. I have my phaser at the ready. Heavy stun.
Oh, you're not going to get it in opposition.
Not taking a chance.
I know, but they surrender. There are 15 Ferengi aboard the ship.
Technically, if they start screaming and running, we can take that as opposition, right?
No.
Those that surrender, I immediately start detaining.
Okay.
Does this ship have like a brig?
Yes.
Take all the Ferengi down to their brig and lock them in there.
Okay.
Why not use our brig?
Out of character, Harvey. How many freaking people are on this ship already?
Probably a lot, but yeah, I understand now. Did not think about that part.
So, contacted Tom, let him know the ship is secure. Ferengi have been locked in the brig.
Okay. At that point, you come across Traldor.
Who's Traldor?
The captain.
He was supposed to have surrendered.
Well, you found him on the bridge.
He didn't believe in surrendering with the rest of his crew.
He wasn't initially, but when the rest of his crew kind of sold him out, he surrendered.
I have security escort him to the brig and lock him up with the rest.
Okay.
After he's been searched for weapons and stuff.
No weapons.
And he gets locked up with the rest of the Ferengi.
Okay.
And then we search the ship to make sure there's nobody hiding somewhere.
You don't find anybody hiding, but you do find the medical supplies.
Yeah, once we found the ship, we put two and two together and figured it out. She has the medical supplies beamed back over to the ship.
Okay. So we'll do wrap up. Traldar had started this con a couple weeks ago. Brecht and his Ferengi arrived a few days ago. They were actually doing legitimate business. The Ferengi that were on Traldar's ship are to be detained and taken to Federation Starbase for due process. And Brecht has laid salvage rights to the Ferengi vessel.
I thought that gets impounded.
No.
She takes the cloaking device.
Oh, they'll let you have the cloaking device. It was a piece of shit anyway. It's also broken.
Still, it wouldn't take much for them to get it repaired. Well, if the Ferengi government has no problem with laying salvage rights to the ship and our government has no problem with it, then he doesn't really care.
So, Brecht thanks Captain Atan for letting him have a better ship. Which he can store his other ship on. And what is everybody else going to be doing for wrap up?
There are still people that need healing, right? I mean,
Yeah. Well, I'll say that you do all the healing because I mean, there's nothing standing in your way now.
Well, no, I suppose not.
And there is the colony is able to be resettled, or well, not resettled. They're able to go back and they're going to rebuild. Except now they're going to Starfleet is going to give them a tachyon detection grid to prevent further con jobs from happening.
Right.
At least of that variety.
Morale stops to talk with Brecht.
Okay.
Privately, away from all the other Ferengi.
Okay.
So she swallows a bitter pill. She actually apologizes to him for, insinuating that they stole, but since they were the only Ferengi at the time to be known on the planet, she was following orders.
Yeah, he understands. But hopefully, in the future, you won't look at all Ferengi with such distrust.
She points out that, well, in this case of distrust, came out ahead. You have a new.
I do.
So the odds rolled in your favor.
As they generally do.
Now, since you were doing legitimate business, might I suggest something that might be lucrative for your legitimate status? Help the colony rebuild.
If it's profitable, baby.
you're a Ferengi, I'm sure you can find profit in that.
Okay, it's after midnight. I'm going to go ahead and end the adventure here. Say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And hopefully next week we will
Good
have
night.
another fun adventure. I don't have any outro music, so Josh, just let me know when you've got everybody mute until then.
Okay.